What has Coughlin brought to this equation? Because, we're going to hear more and more of his name this week, especially because of Coughlin's success against the Patriots when he was the HC of the NYG.
Yep.
What has he truly brought to this equation?
It's hard to say like there's any one thing that's been the major difference. I think it's who he is, his presence, and kind of the weight that he has in the organization that he had before, when he kind of started the thing, had the most success in the history of the franchise. He leaves. And I think when he left, pretty quickly, people were like, man, we wish we'd have never got rid of him. I mean, he's kind of the architect of this entire thing. And the fact that he won 2 Super Bowls and then comes back with the reputation enhanced. It's just day one when he walked in as the head of all football operations, meaning anything that happens on the football side of the building, he signs off on. There was a very extreme increase and heightened of the accountability and the detail and the awareness that things are going to be done a certain way, and that's because of who Tom is. And so it's just his whole presence and what he brings to the organization changed everything. And
Marrone, I guess, is just the extension of that, right? I mean, he's lockstep in that regard.
Yeah, I think so. And you got to give credit to Doug. I mean, Doug's done a great job coaching and pulling the right, pushing the right buttons and pulling the right levers, and ultimately it's on him. I mean, Tom has his input, and Doug goes to Tom and asks questions. But at the end of the day, Doug's got to make those decisions, and I give him a lot of credit. I mean, he's done some really good things and some controversial things at times. I mean, he suspended Leonard Fournette in the middle of the season, their best offensive player, for missing a couple things, and I thought it was a good message to the entire team. I mean, he's made good decisions, the philosophy with Blake Bortles. And so they've pushed the right buttons so far, and you got to give them. And then also Dave Caldwell, who's gotten forgotten in this whole thing, the GM. He's the one who picked a lot of these guys. So it's all three deserve a lot of credit.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.